Hey Congress, Goose here. Welcome to play session 2 of our London Democracy uh, cultural victory game, or hopefully a victory. It's looking pretty good right now. Quick recap of where we're at. London is a level 5, I should say a population 5 city. It has the monument and the granary already in place, and obviously the palace which comes with the capital. Liverpool was our second city. The granary is complete. We are currently building a monument. Most recently, we built Stoke-upon-Trent, which we voted to change the name to New Hartford, which is a little unorthodox, seeing as how we don't have a single Hartford, or the original Hartford, but New Hartford nonetheless, because it's our civilization. We can do whatever we want. So, New Hartford was our third city. We're currently building the granary. In London, we have a settler complete in 6 turns. We also have the watermill being available in 6 turns with the wheel technology. State workforce, 1 turn away, and then we'll start working on political philosophy to get our first real government. As far as city expansion goes, we voted on A right here is where we'll be taking our next settler. We have to clean up these barbarians, and then we'll continue to kind of explore down this way. And I think this settler will kind of go this way, although if I recall, there was some barbarians over here, which is why we turned around, if I recall. As far as other civs go, we have Rome up here somewhere. Over here we have the Norwegians, and to our north we have Delhi. We can see the edge of the map up here, and we can see the tundra starting there. We are on a fractal map, so for all we know there could be a land bridge up here. But it looks as though Delhi, the Indians are, or I'm sorry, Gandhi. Yeah, they're the Indians, right? Yeah. Gandhi doesn't have a lot of space to expand to, so we did a good job getting Liverpool up here. I think our third city expansion was to close off this bridge over here somehow. So alright, let's get into it. Oh, Pantheon. We voted, and our Pantheon belief will be Divine Spark. It was a very close vote. It was actually a tie vote with fertility rights. So, the 3 that were close, religious settlements also lost by 1 point. So religious settlements, let's start there. Border expansion rate is 15%. Obviously that'd be beneficial because we're going to get a lot of artifacts later in the game, so we need a lot of territory to hopefully make sure we can get those artifacts without other civilizations getting to them. Fertility rights, city growth rate is 10% higher. Also a usable Pantheon. It's not as high of a utility because you have to be able to have the housing to support the growth in the mid game, which we likely won't have anyway. But regardless, we chose Divine Spark, and all 3 of those are ones that I use a lot. It's usually one of those 3 unless I have a lot of, bananas and these other cultural things. But Divine Spark is going to give us 1 great person point from the holy site, the campus, and the theater. So basically it's going to give us an extra, what we mostly care about is an extra writer point per turn. So let's found that Pantheon. Alright, let's see. So I thought we had, for some reason I thought we had 2 scouts, but we only have 1. So let's just stop, because I think we're going to send him this way. We're going to clean this up with our warriors right here, and then take a warrior and kind of head down here. Alright. Oh man, I don't want to click out. I'm trying to remember what we decided for the Norwegians. Let's turn them down for now. I'm going to deploy my philosophy, which is we will not accept their envoys until they are friendly with us, which I personally think is a good policy. So let's try to get this scout out of here so he doesn't claim to have seen our city. And that may have been why we were running. So there's that warrior. I don't think he's from this camp, though. Alright, there's Rome. Yeah, we knew we could kind of see that spot already. What's this guy doing? Oh, he's coming home. I think first I kind of just want to get a peek. Ooh, okay. All right, let's see if we can play a little cat and mouse game here with Delhi with this settler. Ooh, went the other way. Perfect. Might have scared him away with our archer. All right, good. That warrior turned around. Does this guy have any XP? He doesn't, so he's a brand new warrior. Probably came down from New Hartford. First taste of battle. Not great, but could be worse. Well, let's just go explore a little bit more of what Rome has going on up here. Okay, in Liverpool, we want to build a watermill, which is not quite available. So next was a builder. We have enough gold to buy a builder. So quite frankly, I'm going to skip the builder request for now, because we also have 2 wheat fields already done. We have the incense up here done. If we were to get a builder, maybe we do that wheat, but I'm thinking we're probably going to cut that wheat down eventually. And we can't make any improvements in the jungle, so there's nothing really for our builder to do here. So next is walls. Okay. You can see tundra right there, it looks like, as well. Oh, that's a pretty small map. Oh, maybe that's right. I'm just gonna park him here because I want to see if they bring that settler back down. Yeah, there it is. That might piss off the Indians. They might think we're parking on their borders, but let's heal a turn. Yeah, so that is the tundra. I feel like that tundra is coming pretty far north. Look at this mountain range. I really miss, I bet none of you guys probably played, but I really miss Civilization Revolution on Xbox 360. One of the cool features in that game is you could name things. So like if this were the plains right here, which it kind of is, does look like a plains region, you could name that plains region. You'd have to step on the specific tile, but it really made you explore the tiles as much, if not more than just unlocking the map, if you will. So I think we got to upgrade out of that warrior, so we'll have another level 1 warrior, which is perfect. So, okay, let's see. We have enough gold. We should probably be doing something with it. Again, though, the only thing to improve here is the bananas. So we'd almost be wasting that build. It wouldn't be a waste, but up here we have some silk and stone to improve. You know what, let's okay, so we got our settler. So we voted on A, which is in this region here. So let's kind of go through our options. New Hartford's going to stretch 1, 2, 3 to here. So if we wanted to evenly space, we would go over to like here, which would make sense, I think, because we get this food. I wish I knew exactly what was further out on the coast, but the downside is the city's going to have not a lot of production. We could come up to here, which would still give us this stone eventually, which New Hartford's just going to miss. But what it would do for us is allow us to get 1, 2, 3 up into this trees. We would miss out on the horses, which we're 1, 2, 3 we're going to miss out on. I did put another city option around these horses here in this little cluster of water resources. It was our last choice, and it only received a 5th and 6th place priority vote. So if we want to keep it in mind as eventually maybe putting a city there, if nothing else, just to lock down the land, then we want to go down further this way. I don't know. I think let's just make this the best city we can. So those horses are within New Hartford's range. We don't need to worry about that. So is that. So I would say either here, which would overlap us one with New Hartford, or here, which is I think our best bet, because I think we want to try to get to that forest eventually. Honestly, it's not a super good city. It's a good city, and it's a strategic location, but it's not a perfect city. All right, let's see. I think we'll do... I wouldn't mind getting currency, which means we need writing. Also sailing, so that we can embark our builders. Astrology to get celestial nav, so we can build our Royal Navy dockyards. Ironworking, obviously. Machinery is important, so we can get the lumber mills. Own 3 archers, so we should think about that. I think a military unit's in our build priority. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's go towards currency. Let's get the economy rolling. All right, in London, I'm going to assume our first priority was settler. Well, yeah, because we clearly, I think you guys meant another settler, I think. Because, you know, clearly... I'm going to build a watermill, then a settler. I don't know if you guys meant that the settler we were building should maintain the priority or not. So let's go watermill settler. Let's just agree on that. All right. Let's just fortify here until we heal, and then I'm going to send him back that way. Although we do have a settler down here, so maybe we don't need to do that. 20 faith, that's kind of a waste. So I'm going to turn back around. I don't want to get stuck up here, and I'm pretty close to getting stuck. I need to move this archer around, because what we're doing is there's that settler. It's in Delhi right now. I want to make sure, if anything, it goes this way, not this way. Although I don't want it to get down to here, because this is our 3rd priority. And as I'm saying that, barbarian encampment pops up. Funny how that seems to work. All right, government. So government was an interesting vote, everybody. We did Classic Republic by 1 vote. The Classic Republic got 3 first place and 3 second place votes, whereas the Autocracy, which had 8 points, got 3 first place votes, 2 second place votes. So, oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, with the Pantheon, the reason why Divine Spark beat out Fertility Rights is because Divine Spark had more first place votes. So they have the same 15 points, but Divine Spark had 2 first place votes, Fertility Rights only had 1. And in this case, both Classic Republic and Autocracy had 3 first place votes, but then Autocracy only had 2 second place votes, where Classic Republic had 3. So we're going to go Classic Republic, which is all cities with a district receive +1 amenity, which is nice. The real cool thing about it, though, is the 15% great person points per turn, plus 1% for every 15 turns on standard speed. So we likely won't be on Classic Republic for that long, but regardless, it's a good government, because then also what we get is 2 economic, 1 diplomatic, and 1 wild card. So we're going to put settlers up there so we can get 50% settlers. We're going to do 2 influence points per turn toward earning city-state envoys. So this is the first time we will start earning, I forget what the unit of measure is that they call it, influence, I think, for envoys and city-states. And then that barbarian encampment just popped up, so I think I'm going to bring in the +5 unit combat back down into our wildcard policy, since we don't have militaries anymore, just so that we can make sure we take care of those barbarians, since it's still pretty early. Alright, keep those guys moving. Liverpool's got walls, we got the watermill, the granary's still working. Let's go ahead and buy a builder now. We have plenty of gold. We're going to buy a builder. We're going to do these bananas. And then this settler's coming to here. And then we'll go and improve the rice for them. And probably not the stone, but I wouldn't mind buying the stone tile so that we can get a little bit more production going in this new city. Alright, so new civic. Obviously, we're going to go drama and poetry, which unlocks our theater square, which is our cultural district. I'm going to go explore over here. This might be, maybe this is an inland lake, but maybe this is coastline. And I was going to say there's just a cool opportunity for a city here, but there's already one there. So we are the first to meet Lisbon, which is a gold city-state. I don't condone war, but hard to get to, but it could be a really cool city. And we don't really need another gold city-state because we do have Amsterdam, unless we want to take out Amsterdam, which is also an option. Okay, so I think let's just fortify till he heals us well, and then we'll send him over this way because we know there's barbarians over here. One of these guys we might send back to New Hartford and just leave the exploring to our scout. Okay, writing's unlocked. Let's go do currency. Alright, I'm probably just going to turn around. Hopefully they don't close that off. I don't want to get stuck. So I just heard the noise. That means another barbarian encampment popped up. Of course. This game sometimes, I swear. So we're trying to settle right here, which I'm still going to try to do. Barbarian encampment pops up right there. So just an FYI. Oh shoot, this is another thing we should look at. Continent. Okay, so we'll be on a different continent. So we will get a free warrior once we settle that city. Okay, so let's keep him moving. Hopefully that's the scout that was built there. Hopefully doesn't go north. Then we might be in some trouble. So we got bananas now in New Hartford. Decent city going there. I want to see the rest of this. I really do. But I'm not going to fight my way through that warrior. So let's just turn around. This is a good place for him to set up camp, I think. We can see quite a bit from the top of this hill. So we have a lot of gold, and I'm kicking around ideas of what to do with it. Obviously, we could just keep banking it, because we will have things we want to spend on gold later. And by later, I mean like fairly soon. There's a chance Jerusalem might take care of this by the time we get down there, but that's where I'm going to take this archer. So we just got a boost to construction for building. I thought it was walls that gave you that. Oh, it's watermill. Okay. So let's do another settler, because that was actually the #1 priority. That I wasn't sure exactly what we meant by that. So let's go to that. Let's keep this guy going. Damn it. If I move here, that's going to be all my moves. I'm not going to be able to settle the city, which is going to leave the door open for this scout to come in and steal my settler, which probably won't be that big of a deal because I'll get it right back. But I don't think it's worth messing around with. I need to get this guy up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn around 1, skip the turn from there, and see what happens. Still not friendly with us, so I'm not going to let him get into our capital and get any information. So now I'm in a bit of a pickle, because I don't think I have an escape route. I don't. Alright, we'll turn around. Just keep going that way. We might lose that settler, which isn't good, but it's not the end of the world either. We'll get it back fairly quickly. We're trying to get down to here. Alright, let's see. Oh, Amsterdam just saved our ass. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the scout was sitting right here, the barbarian scout. These 2 archers picked him off, opened the door for us to come down here and get our city going. So we don't owe Amsterdam anything, but shoot, I don't have my general city expansion open. I think military unit was next, which doesn't make a ton of sense. I think if I click out of the game, my recording is going to stop, so I don't want to do that. I think it was a military unit, which doesn't make sense to me, but you guys are the boss. All right, I'm pulling executive. I'm going to do the watermill, then I'll build you guys your military unit. All right, because what the watermill is going to do for us, let's just click out so that we can see what it does. It's going to give us +1 food and +1 production. So obviously, the earlier you get bonus to production, the more long-term rewards you're reaping from that. So that's my philosophy on that sort of thing. So I think let's just work on opening up a bunch of our districts. So let's work towards Celestial Nav. This might be coastline right here. But again, fractal map, so it really could be anything. Alright, 4th city will be settled this turn. It is, oh my gosh, what another terrible name. Newcastle upon Tyne. Tyne? I don't know. So now we got that barbarian encampment surrounded. In Liverpool, our next priority, oh, it was the watermill, which was our first priority, so let's get that going. Oh boy, where are those guys going? Get a granary going. So here's a good use of gold, I think. We have no production. We're using the rice. Let's stick with that. Fine, let's stick with that. But we're probably going to buy this stone. Maybe we should just do that. 75, let's do that. So we're going to buy that stone, and we're going to improve that stone. And now let's switch over to 2 and 2. Then we'll go to the rice, which will improve with our last builder charge. Maybe not a coastline over here. So I kind of want to let this guy get some attacks in so that we have 3 level 1 warriors. Or close to level 1. So let's actually just go ahead and fortify these guys. Okay, so they did take care of it. No barbarian encampment left. What should we do? Let's just keep coming south, because our next build location for city is E, which is over here. So we'll be taking our next settler across to here. Okay, Rome just built the Hanging Gardens, which gives them a boost to city growth. We obviously never like another civ getting boosts, but yeah, of any kind. Alright, let's see. So we have currency. I want to go to Celestial Nav. I thought, oh, I have to get sailing too. Okay. Found a city on a coast. Probably not going to happen, although over here it may happen. Let's take a look at that. So if I open up my settler view, take a quick check at continents. Okay, settler. So over here is going to be our next expansion city with the settler we're currently building. We want to be able to get these oranges. So if we went here, we would for sure be able to get 1 orange, if not 2 oranges, depending on how fast Jerusalem's borders expand, which they haven't expanded once yet, so I don't think they're going to expand a lot. This city is going to be awesome, quite frankly. Just look around. There's rice to grow. There are trees to increase production. There is citrus for luxury. I think this is our location, which will be on a coast. And since we're not going to be producing a lot of science, it doesn't make sense to me to not, even though it's only 2 turns, it doesn't make sense to not use Eureka Moments. You should, even though we're going to be producing a lot of culture, it makes sense to use it for the culture also. But especially for science, we need to maximize our science production. Okay, so they turned that settler around again. We just need to keep an eye on that. Barbarian encampment. So here's where I kind of wish we were all playing together, because I'm stuck between 2 decisions here. I could turn this guy around. Well, first we're going to pick off that. I could turn this guy around and use him here, because I want to keep this archer engaged on these guys, because I don't want them coming down here. If they go up here, not ideal, but fine. If they get down into here, I would condone war with India. And it takes a lot for me to get to that point. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring him back onto the hill. Send an envoy. We have 1 with everybody. So we should go cultural. Alright, finish this guy off. Let's take this guy back to Newhart. Let's take this guy. Let's go over here. He's impressed with the depth of our scientific research. We're not researching anything. We're producing 16 science. It's actually not too bad, but okay. The policies we have, well, let's see. What's our London build priority? We do have a settler coming up actually. So I wonder if we have settler and settler number 2 after we build another military unit. You guys and your military units, I swear. Okay, so instead, yeah, so let's get rid of this production towards settlers for now. So let's do, let's go ahead and do this. I want to get this in as soon as possible, but we still have barbarians we need to fight. All right. And now we want to start looking at where we want to move next. Chichen Itza is for rainforest. Could be a Newhart thing, but if we build a city down here like we kind of talked about, did we have an option for that? I thought we did. G, second to last, but still that would be a good place to do it, although we probably wouldn't get to it in time before somebody else built it. Don't want that. I think we really just kind of want to start building up towards our next government, which we should vote on after this play session, but I would probably vote exploration. It's the only one that really makes a lot of sense for a cultural victory. Divine Right is clearly well defensive. One housing if it has a wall, which is nice, but you're getting 3 military policies, which just doesn't jive with us. Theocracy, I suppose, but it's pretty much faith-based. So to me, Merchant Republic's the thing that makes the most sense. We can get the trade routes going, which is important so that we can use the trade routes to increase our production when we're trying to build all of our wonders, which we'll start doing here fairly soon. So, oh yeah, so I didn't really say where we're going. We obviously want to get humanism as well, because that gets our government. So let's just punch in exploration real quick. Okay. All right. So construction technology, be the target of declaration of war and build an encampment. How far away are we from construction? Oh, ways. 10 turns. Man, that's doable. That's doable, but... But we're kind of at the point where we need to do that. We don't need to. We can work this stuff as well because we're going to want it. I don't think it makes sense to put it off. Let's go back to our engineering. In that case, I don't think it makes sense to put off getting further in our towards our cultural goals, if you will. So I know we're not being the most efficient with our eureka moments, but I think it's what's best. So bad news here. This scout's going to see our land, go back to his base, tell all of his buddies. Alright, well we just got sailing, so that's good. We don't have to wait till we build that city over there. Look how far these Nan metal units went down. So city-states are not worthless in Civ 6 like they were in Civ 5. I saw a unit come down here. I couldn't tell if it was a scout or a military unit. I think it was a scout. Free builder in London. Very good. So we have, guys, it looks like we're going to have all of this land down here. If these tribal villages are still open for the taking, there's nobody over here. This is everything southwest of our current territory is for our taking, as long as we get there in time. So we just built our settler, which we're going to send across the sea over there. Next thing to build in London is a military unit. So let's build the archer. That'll give us our third archer, which will give us a boost to, what's it called? Not woodworking, but, oh, they actually gave it to us in Newcastle upon Tyne. So let's, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? Let's go ahead and go up here. Let's upgrade the stone. Get a little bit more production in the silk. Get some luxuries. What are we currently using in London? Not the silk. That's all right. This, we're going to head over to here. We're going to want to keep an eye on that. Make sure he doesn't get stuck going through there. And we might want to send this guy north, because it's going to take him a while to get through that forest. Although I know there is military barbarians down here. So let's bring this warrior around. We'll kind of change course. We'll take, or actually, this one. Let's take this warrior up here. This one will continue on his current mission. So it looks like they took that settler north. I kind of lost track of them, but I'm pretty sure they went north. So barbarians approach. Up on that hill, we can shoot them. We might get there in time to shut this guy down. Alright, so that's where they took that settler. That's fine. Who cares? Because we could still build here if we wanted to. But we can also build in here and close this gap off. Okay, got to boost recorded history with that friendly tribal village. What I'm nervous about with this encampment that's over here is if they have seen more than they should, if they have a lot of units. It doesn't look like it, though. Wow, look at all this land. Even though there's a desert on it. Hopefully this isn't all desert. Hopefully there's trees and... So that's an advantage to playing on King difficulty right there. That scout just sat there. It was here, came over to here, and just sat there instead of going back and telling them that they found us. So if this were any other difficulty, that would not have happened. I guarantee you that. I should say any higher difficulty. Okay. Okay, got Moyer up here. Let's bring, what do we have? We can take, how long would it take this warrior to get up there? 9 turns versus this archer would take 8 turns. I kind of having him out here, bring him over here, put him in defense of this city, even though we will get a warrior unit over there. So, and then let's take this guy, take him up there. Alright, let's do sailing. A free recon unit. Kind of nice, I guess. Let's go ahead and get out here, because we know what we're going to find up here. Assuming this is kind of closed off right there. Okay, let's think about this. We don't have any cultural options, don't we? Isn't there a cultural, yeah, Nan Modal down here, which maybe if we went, we don't have a trading post in Newcastle. Once we did, we would be able to get down around here to trade with Nan Modal. So maybe we should just trade with Newcastle, which will get our road to there. 1 food, 1 production, 2 gold in London. Which I'm always okay with production in the capital, because we need to get the capital built. So let's go ahead and do that. We're giving up a lot of gold, but we have such a gold surplus right now, it's fine. Why are we doing games in... I thought we were working towards... Oh yeah, no, that's right. Okay. Okay. Yikes. Okay, so that's what I was worried about. Now they have 2 units. Luckily Jerusalem's here, but half dead. He might just turn around.
Vessels large, may.
That warrior's in a precarious situation. We could have retreated. Okay, so 3 turns for another growth. So I'm going to build that settler number 2. I'm not sure if that's what we wanted to do, or if we want to do the cultural district. Maybe we should do that cultural district. I'm thinking right here. Yeah. Could be here. Basically the same thing as doing it here. Okay, let's do the cultural district, then we'll do the settler. Again, just because I'm a little confused, I didn't specify, I guess, if the first settler was the one we were already building, or if it was the next one. So, let's do the... Basically, I'm shifting it, each one of them down 1 priority, which I think is an okay way to go about doing that. So the only bad thing that is going on so far in this game, if there is a bad thing that's going on, is that we haven't found any natural wonders other than what do we got down here again? Yeah, Mount Kilimanjaro, which is a good natural wonder. Don't get me wrong, but I would have liked to have more. Especially we've explored quite a bit of land. Okay, so Jerusalem, feel free to do something. That'd be helpful. Thank you. All right, Liverpool. Walls, military unit is next. Gosh, you guys and your damn military units. All right, let's see. We have 3 archers. Let's build a heavy chariot. 1 extra turn. And we don't have any heavy cavalry out there. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's diversify our military a little bit. I'm going to turn this warrior around. He's not going to get up there in time with 2 archers up there anyway. So I gotta be careful with this warrior down here that archer doesn't sneak back up on us. Let's just take a look real quick. I think we want to keep what we have. Well, we will be building a settler though in 5 turns. What are we gonna do next is the real question. What are we gonna unlock next? Let's do military training, which is gonna be 8 turns. I think let's keep what we have, and then in 8 turns we will change back to improve our production towards settlers. Okay. Just go explore up in that desert with him. Oh, whoops, I have an upgrade down here for this settler, or for this scout, who has unlocked or explored all of this southern continent, and it's all one continent. It is, but it's different than our home continent, which is good. That's part of the reason why we played a fractal map. One, I think fractal map's more interesting. But 2, because we wanted to get those extra continents so we get the extra free military units. Okay, now I'm going to build a builder. Actually, I'm going to buy a builder, because we'll probably build our theater square next. And if we think about where we want to do that, I guess we could do it over here. I was going to say we're probably going to cut something down, but actually we probably will do it right here. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and buy this and build it right there. Oh, you know what? Oops, I forgot. No, we need to do the monument. Monument, because that it's almost the same thing as a theater square. But let's get, well, actually no, let's do the theater square first, because then we get 18 turns. Now let's do the monument. The theater square would give us the great person points, which would be nice. But the monument's just giving us straight culture bonus. So let's just garrison in the city, I guess, unless we wanted to bring them out to the outskirts, which isn't a bad idea. We need to have somebody in London. Let's garrison that archer in London. An unmet player was defeated, probably a city seat. Ah, shite. We just got crushed. They had a new archer that was right here that just came and kind of kicked our ass. All right, well, so we should have 3 archers, right? 1, okay, 2. All right, so actually this archer, let's get, because we need an archer down here on the frontier. We have this archer up here. I think let's put him in Liverpool. We'll leave London open for now. That's fine. We don't have any bonuses right now from garrison units or anything, so we need to try to head those guys off. 'Cause it's 5 turns to get there, and they could get there much sooner. Shoot. I do not want to fight with London. Or to fight with Rome. At this juncture, at least. Or ever, but definitely not at this juncture. We don't really need more luxury, but I kind of feel like might as well spend this last builder point on these pearls. I kind of want to get back down into here, even though it's not super beneficial. Oh my gosh, you guys. They're going to build right where we want to build. This is so bad. It's not so bad. It's not the end of the world, but let's do shipbuilding, because that's going to allow all the land units to embark, so we can take this scout, who still has an upgrade. We can take this scout down here and then embark him off into the water, hopefully. We're not going to get there in time, so what's the point? Let's just go back down and work on those barbarians. Okay, there's a chance. Who knows where he's going. If we can get this city settled in 2 turns. Now I'm wondering if I even want to cut him off, because I'm kind of hoping he just kind of keeps going through. Let's just go here so he doesn't go this way. What I don't want him to do is say, okay, I'm going to settle here, because that defeats that city. Okay, so we built our cultural district. Let's go to the, I think to the amphitheater is what we'll do. What was next in London? A commercial hub. Okay, let's do that. Let's build the commercial hub. We don't have any bonuses. Oh, we do. 3. Oh, because that's the river right there. So let's build it on the swamp here, which will give us a 2, and then we'll build our Royal Navy dockyard right here, which I think will give us another bonus, or right here, because it might get a bonus from both of those fish. Let's go ahead and do that. In Liverpool, we want to build an encampment. So the obvious encampment location is right here, which is going to stop anybody from coming through here. They would have to first defeat the encampment, or obviously come by sea, but if they're going to come by sea, we're just going to pick them off with our city defenses anyway. So this is an obvious encampment location, and easily the coolest encampment I've ever built. Okay. Let's just go have that heavy chariot oversee the production of the encampment there. Okay, Rome kept moving, so we're good. Jerusalem is currently sieged, was currently sieged by the Norwegians. Okay, so that's where I want to build. So as long as the Romans don't build on this turn, I think we're going to get the city we want. should almost take this chariot way down here, but to get through that jungle and everything, it's going to take forever. So then actually let's set him to alert instead of just fortify. All right, Rome. And they kept going. Perfect. Obviously, I wouldn't mind settling over here also, but we have all this land over here. So as long as they didn't take our current city priority, who cares? What do we got? We have Bradford. Not loving the city names they're giving us. Maybe I'm just more critical because I'm playing with you guys and it's something to talk about. But okay, I'm gonna buy the granary. We have 800 gold. What the hell? Let's buy the granary. Let's get that city kickstarted because this city is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be pretty sweet. 2 turns away. I kind of want to. Let's wait 2 turns and then I'm gonna buy some tiles around the city. Especially, let's see what Rome does. Okay. So we have our free warrior unit. Do I want to take the settler this or the scout this way? I do. Let's go that way. Let's bring him down here. Alright, in New Hartford, it is time to go back to the theater square. And we built the granary, so then we do the monument. Working off a 2-2, perfect. Let's just, actually, let's start bringing you down. Maybe he gets down here in time to do something about this encampment. Archer, let's just go ahead and fortify. So Rome's happy with us because we have a lot of land, a lot of tiles. That's one of the things that they like. I just saw a unit go that way. Okay, so that's we need to fall back. We need backup. Let's just fortify him. He's not going to get anywhere useful. Did Rome not? So Rome didn't move that settler last turn. Or are they turning around? Let's see if we can't pay attention this turn. Alright, so New Hartford needs more housing, which is going to be an issue. Because we don't have a lot of ways to give them more housing. Farms would be half a house each. But is it worth the builder charges? I go back and forth, but primarily I would argue no, it's not. That's how I usually play. I just deal with the housing crisis in the middle of the game until we unlock neighborhoods, which is, in my opinion, way too far down the cultural tree, but I didn't make the game, so we play with what we have. Defensive tactics is working up towards the next thing. We could try to build the Oracle, but it's primarily a religious thing. Okay, so now we have 3 envoys with Model, I don't know, which is going to give us +2 culture in every theater square district. So the first one is just 2 in the capital, and then the third for all of them, depending on type, is 2 in each district of that type. And once we get to 6, it's 2 more in every theater square. So that's what we're kind of working towards with those. So, let's see. What is our next? Oh, shoot, you guys. I forgot to switch our government tiles. 55 gold to unlock. I think it's almost worth it because I want to do settlers. Oh no, because we went down. Oh, because I skipped that settler. We went down to commercial hub, and then it would be Royal Navy Dockyard, then walls. But I skipped that next settler, so I think we need to go back to settler. But maybe I'll finish this. So how long until 3 turns? On the cultural hub. And we have 9 turns left on the defensive tactics. Or okay, so I'm going to call an audible real quick. I'm going to go get mysticism so we can unlock that, save the gold. Because I want to get the bonus to... Oh, I forgot to send that. And we have another one. Let's see. Let's do We need to have a discussion on Amsterdam because I need to know if I should be spending points on it. Let's do Zanzibar. Actually, no. Let's just keep. Let's do Nan Modal. So you can see we just unlocked the visibility of Nan Modal because they are now our Caesarian. So we also get a Caesarian bonus for that. Follows you into war. It's friendly territory. We could improve their tiles. The only reason you would really do that probably is if they had a luxury that they haven't improved yet. And you can pay gold to temporarily take control of their military. It's a lot of gold, but then we also gain control of their resources. So 1 deer, 1 fish, and 1 mercury. So we get bonus for that luxury resource is the main thing there. More faith from those tribal villages. I'm not healing at all in this in this jungle. I am just now realizing. Wow, did not see that coming. What the frick? Yeah, sure.
Organisms don't think of
Okay, so we just found the Great Barrier Reef.
Is the mistake of an accidental
I hate being at war with people. Alright, great prophet, great scientist. Okay, so change policies. I want to do... We still want another settler. Where is our next location? We did E and A. Our next location is C, which is up by the Indians. On our own continent, though, so we're not going to get a free military unit out of it. We're still fighting barbarians, but I'm going to turn around. I'm going to stop fighting those. So let's do production towards settlers, and let's do... reduces the cost of purchasing a tile, and then let's also get some great rider points going. I'm going to say F to the barbarians. Lisbon's not that cool of a city, depending on what those 2 tiles are right there, but it's not that cool. So I need to, now that I have this guy way down here, I would say I need to turn around. I'm going to say screw this encampment. It's really not messing with us. The closest city is New Hartford, but they'd have to go all the way through this jungle. I just don't think it's that big of a risk. So let's turn around. What I'm more concerned about is if Rome decides to do something down here. So let's take this archer up to Bradford. And let's take this archer. Let's turn it around. And let's see what's the best way to go if we want to go like up here. It says to go up through there, huh? Okay, yeah, that does make sense. Alright, so let's get him going up there. We should kind of switch these locations. Ah, dang it. Alright, I'm going to click through a lot of this stuff. So we were declared war upon. Let's check the city-states real quick. Okay, Gandhi. La Venta is with them, the Indians, but that's not going to be an issue. This is going to be a dumb war, I think. I don't think they're really even going to come after us. But we are going to prepare as if they are. I don't want this scout to die. Pericles, the Greeks built the oracle. They will also likely be going for a cultural victory. I thought... Oh, shipbuilding, 1 turn. Okay. 1 turn, and then he can embark only into the shallows. But we'll probably bring him up that way. I almost wonder if we should have went off this coast. We should have. Dang it. Oh, we have a tribal village down here. Let's go get that. Let's just come back home. Eight turns until this encampment's done, but in the meantime, he's not going to be able to go through that anyway, so let's just go here. In the meantime, we'll post this archer up here, and they're going to have to defeat that archer before they can get through anyway. And it's not easy to get through here anyway with all these rivers and stuff. So let's set him to alert. We can now do another trade route. So let's do a trade from Newcastle. So let's do a trader. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him to Nan Modal. So, alright. Let's do construction. Siege Tower of the Terracotta Army. Actually, there's really no reason to do that. Let's do machinery, because then we can start upgrading some lumber mills, increase our production, build an iron mine. Do we have iron in our realm? We do not. So, that's out of the question. Alright, back in London, we want to build the settlers. What could we be building? Colosseum, Great Lighthouse, Colossus, and the pyramids. The pyramids would be great, but we don't have any cities on desert or even close to desert. 1, 2, 3, yeah, we can't get there. And we probably would have had to be building it by now because it's only 11. Well, in London. London has a lot of production. Alright, let's do a settler. 7 turns, and then we'll be really focused on building things. And look at all these hills up here. Like, we just have really good defensive city posturing. Oh my gosh, they have a settler. I want that. I want that bad. I don't know whose settler it is, but I want it. Okay, just spent the Brazilians.
Defense. The possibility of victory.
So if we do actually start getting attacked, we'll want to think about putting in this civic production towards defensive buildings. We could put that in as well. It would boost this, but we have other things that we're working on that are more important in my opinion. I hope that archer comes for us. We will put them in their place. Feudalism. Build 6 farms, no chance. Maintain 4 trade routes, not likely. Have 8 land combat units, which we have. I have to admit, I don't think I've usually unlocked that eureka moment. Alright, so I think next up is the theater district. A little bit interesting choice where to build it, though. I think we want to do here. I think we get a boost if it's next to the city center. Alright, let's do it there. I should not have done that. If anything, it should have been there. Sorry guys, I messed up. I should have done it here, because then maybe we would build a Royal Navy dockyard here, and we would build a trading post or whatever it's called right here, a commercial hub right here, and that would have given us 2 bonus culture. Whereas over here, it's like, well, maybe we could still build a cultural hub here, but we're not going to get a bonus out of it. So that was a mess up. That's not something you'd like to do. Why can't? Yeah, I can. Okay. So this guy I'm just going to bring in here to heal up. This one I want to send down here. We get that +1 culture. It'll be a pretty cool road too, going around that mountain. Jerusalem has fallen to the Norwegians. So now that we put that civic in place to buy tiles. So 76, it used to be 90. We have to do that because we have to get, and I kind of want to do this as well, just because I want to take as much land as I can from the Norwegians especially. But it's really not that useful, and we don't have a ton of gold anymore. So let's just sit on it. Should I go attack this warrior? I want him to come to me, but I don't think it's going to happen. Let's just see. Let's see if I can do that in 1 turn. I don't think I can. Oh, ball sack. Good thing Amsterdam's doing something about that, because I'm not. I did not even hear the warning for that pop-up. Honestly, I'm shocked that we went to war with Gandhi and Rome. I have noticed on these lower levels, it does seem like wars do happen to come in pairs like that. It has to be a bug in my opinion, but nobody else has ever said anything about it that I've seen. I should say that doesn't mean nobody said anything about it, but it just doesn't make any sense. Two civs that were friends with us, not technically friends, but we do have a granary here, right? We do, yeah, okay. And we're still short on housing. Not ideal. So we got a free builder from that friendly tribal village that was down there. We could go do some bananas here, and then come up here. We could get this citrus, get some rice. Let's do that. Let's go around this way. Yeah, see, and then by buying those tiles, we shut him off right there. Got a scout behind us somehow. So I'm going to come and embark. Oh, 8 turns to do that, so let's do that. Alright. So Amsterdam cleaned that up. We're in the midst of our mid-game housing crisis. Let's just heal up a turn. Let's see if this warrior comes at us. If it does, we'll light him up. I need to get this guy healed. He won't heal in the water, I know that. So the way, although he is friends with us, so next time I think I'll accept that. The way tourism works is it just continuously builds over time. So we get a certain amount of tourists from each civilization over time. So the earlier you meet them, the earlier you start getting tourism from them. Does that make sense? So right now we're not getting any tourists, but we've met 2, 4, 6. We've met, oh yeah, unmet player. Everybody but one player, so we're getting that tourism. It'll start with each civ as soon as possible, which is what we want. Alright, so next priority was C, to close off this land bridge with India. I'm leaning towards right here. 1, 2, 3, it would overlap this deer. 1, 2, 3, it would overlap this wheat and this mountain tile. But I don't think we need to get crazy and go up here. I think we should use these hills to our advantage. Maybe put an encampment right here. Be a nice place for a... Yeah, put an encampment right here. We'd still get these cows. We'd still get this forest over here. Okay. Plan. Ooh, and this warrior did come at us. Stalemate because of my injuries. But now he's injured too. I do need to be careful because I need to get this archer over there in time. Okay, encampments built. What was next in Liverpool is the cultural district, which I agree with. So let's get that cultural district going. It doesn't really matter a whole lot where we build this, to be honest. Let's do it right here. In London, let's now build our amphitheater. Technical was the Royal Navy Dockyard. So let's do the amphitheater though. Over in Bradford, I think we should think about doing some walls. So I hope you guys don't argue with me on the walls, but this is really our frontier. Liverpool, this city up here will be Bradford. That's our frontier right now with Rome, India, and Norway as well. So let's put some walls up. We need to make sure that the men in Bradford are safe. he's healed, so let's... I want to start going. I want to see if I can't go snag that scout, or that settler. And that'll probably be about when I am going to stop. Okay. Alright, so we need to pull him back, because they have that archer there now as well. No reason to give them open borders. I mean, we could have taken it and then we would have been able to walk through their borders, but yeah, just there isn't a real reason to give it to him, I don't think. Feel free to tell me otherwise. So I'm going to keep him moving, but obviously we might have to delay settling that city. We'll see how it goes. Okay, New Hartford. Let's see if I can't. Should I do a commercial hub? Or should I do the amphitheater? I'm leaning commercial hub, guys. We should have probably built right here. Well, we'll build the commercial hub there. That'll work. Okay, what are these guys doing? Did they turn around? They did not.
Remember that people break with the advance of feudalism.
Okay, so we need to change our policies because we don't need the settlers anymore. +1 housing in all cities with 2 specialty districts, which is basically none of our cities yet. Not building any wonders. Production in all cities is what I'm leaning towards. Okay. We need to get him to safety. Gotta think about turning this guy around as well now. Better safe than sorry. If it were a barbarian, I wouldn't be too worried about it because we'll get it back. But the fact that it is India, they might be a little bit more creative with how they protect that. Okay, I need to heal that guy up. Yeah, Brazil is always so full of themselves. Terracotta Army was built. Let's go ahead and skip turn, get some healing going. Okay, Norway's down there. I wonder if they got their settler back. Never pass up an opportunity to damage another military unit first. Because damaged units, I should have done that with my archer to get the XP. Damaged units have an attack debuff. So you always want to damage them. They want to make peace. I'm going to be honest. I think we can get more than 5 gold out of them. I'm not really scared of them. They can't give us... let's see if they give us 128. They're willing to give us 5. Let's say no. Let's say no. We could get that city built if we said yes, but I think we can get more. They declared war on us, and it was wrong of them to do so, in my opinion. So let's just keep doing it to them. They don't have... They have nothing. They can't do anything to us. What we could do... Let's just take a quick look at the overall. Let's see. They have a 29 military score. Yeah. They're going to be giving us cities by the time this war is over, which I'll let you guys vote on. I'm going to stop before that war ends. All right, so it looks like Norway's probably going to get that settler back, but I'm going to try. Probably should have just taken this guy back into the city center. I think they heal faster in the city center, but I really don't know that as a fact. Maybe it's not Norway's settler.
Without mathematics.
Well, we're gonna get it. It's our settler now. Free settler. Let's see. We don't care about that. Let's do the let's get apprenticeship so we can build industrial zones if we want to. Build 3 mines. Did we have that boosted? We had to have. We have 3 mines. Two boost. Build 3 mines. 1. 2. Oh, look at that. Alright, they're willing to make peace for 125. 30 for 30 turns. 900 gold for that city. Not worth. Shit. I didn't see these guys coming, so I didn't frickin' attack them. Let's send our warrior out there to take the brunt of that damage. So we can upgrade to crossbowman. Let's wait 5 turns. Let's see. Well, let's see. Do we have... That's not what I want. Do we have the civic that would decrease the cost to upgrade units? We do not. Okay. So 190 gold to upgrade to crossbowmen. Crossbowmen are really good. Way better than archers, and archers are pretty good. So it's definitely something we need to think about doing, like especially with this archer now that Rome thinks they're going to come and do something about it. Three turns to the walls get done, so we look pretty smart doing those walls now. Let's go ahead and let's just camp in the city for now so that they can't pillage any of our stuff. Let's put you in the city, and we'll upgrade you. We're going to lose these. This warrior's going to get lost, I think. He's not going to make it. They better not settle right there. Oh, yes, nice. Okay. So I spent a lot of gold there, but I want to make it clear to India that they should not settle right here. Turn that settler around. In fact, oh, he doesn't have another move. Let's go try to steal that settler. So I'm going to stop him right here. I'm not going to go right up to him because next turn we should be able to go in and attack instead of just sitting there open for attack, if that makes sense to you guys. They could still get to us and attack us this turn if they wanted to. Alright, let's see. I need to quit pretty soon. I got some traveling to do for Christmas today. Claim great person. Our first great person is a writer. No surprise. Why did I just do that? That's where I just came from. Okay.
As a young boy, my brother Nobunori studied
Murusaki Shikibu is our first great person. Where'd that settler go? I bought a builder because I'm going to do this iron mine, which I think would give us 3 mines, which will give us this Eureka boost, as well as the other one I was just reading that we need an iron mine for. Alright. So look at, even with how damaged she is, I can just spot up that regular archer unit and just light them up. Damn, they do have a catapult down here. At least they were serious about coming down here. So now on that turn, we go in and get the attack. Make peace. You're gonna have to give me a city. Which is the city on the coast up there? 'Cause let's see if we can't get Mumbai out of these guys. Make peace, but also throw in Mumbai. 33 gold. What if I give you... No, I'm not giving you 33. I'll give you 15. Alright, well that's something we should probably vote on anyway, so let's just keep an eye on that. Alright, our walls are done. Rome is also at war with Norway. Oh wow, I was not expecting our walls to destroy that archer. Alright, let's go ahead and get him down here so we can attack him. I feel pretty safe sending him out now. Built the walls. Let's do the theater square. And another great work of writing. Send our ponies up there. Did we lose that settler? Probably. Okay. 1 gold for 1 turn. Let's just throw something out there at him.
All that glisters is not
I don't really want his cities though. Okay, we got to change policies because we need to get this one in there. 100% theater district bonus. We need that. 2 housing in all cities with at least 3 specialty districts, so we need to get our districts being built as well so we can get some housing out there. Alright, I'm going to give up on this, on that settler. It wasn't going to happen. And I was getting attacked by the city center. Let's see, I think we should go to, all the way down to Zanzibar? I think let's do it, right? $8 gold. Slightly risky, just because if a barbarian encampment pops up somewhere along that route, we could potentially be in trouble. So let's see if we can't make peace, but I want a little bit better deal. 1 per turn. I just think with you guys coming at me like that, you should be able to do better than 1 per turn. How about 5? Just 1. I say screw it. Let's see how this goes. Maybe I'll let you guys vote on that too. He has an upgrade, but I wanted to get some damage on him, and then we'll do the upgrade. Our next build priority, I believe, was F. Yes, it was. So, that's tempting. This is tempting. 17, let's see, let's get rid of this and this, and let's see if we just can't get a ridiculous amount of gold out of him. 18 per turn, but I have to go up one of my great works of writing. It's not worth it. I used to do that because they would give you just ridiculous 18 gold per turn right now. That's incredible, you know. But we're not going to be able to fill all of our great work of writing slots anyway, so to give one away, to sell one I should say, doesn't really make sense to me. Okay, so what did we just build? We just built, okay, yeah, we just built the market. Let's see, Royal Navy Dockyard is next. So we can get, I'm not sure why we get a +1 bonus right here. Oh, from this fish? That doesn't make any sense. We should be able to get a +3. Yeah, there we go. Look at that production in London. Let's just take a look. 20.9. That's fantastic. right. We want Mumbai. 35 gold. It's just going up. Okay, I'm gonna have to call it pretty soon because I want you guys to vote on that, and I have other stuff I need to do. All right, let's play this turn out. Well, we're at a pretty good stopping point. Liverpool has that built. We're at a pretty good stopping point. All right, so let's stop here. All right, everybody. So that was play session 2. We accomplished a lot. I'd say things are still going really well. I'll take a look at. Oh, I didn't notice this in camera right here either. I'll take a look at the reports and the demographics in the recording afterwards. All right. Geez, sorry. I just got a text I was looking at. I'll look at the reports and the demographics in the summary recording I'm going to do right after I quit this one. So thanks, everybody, for watching the full gameplay of Play Session 2. And I'll get this posted and the summary posted shortly.